Hi guys, how are you? I just want to ask you guys something, and it's something I was talking to God about last night, and something also happened today that reminded me of what I spoke to him about. And I just want to say something to you guys. Has God ever shown, I'm going to ask you a question. Has God ever shown any of you where maybe not a bunch of what could have happened, but has he ever shown you guys a portion or a sample of where you would have been had you not been following him, or had you not been on the path that you're on today, right? The thing about it is that sometimes God doesn't show us everything. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes he shows us a little bit. I can honestly say that God hasn't shown me everything when it comes to where I would have been had I not followed him. You know what I'm saying? Or had I not been on the path that I'm on today. But I will say that he has shown me a portion. Okay? And one time I had a dream. It was very prophetic, very strong, very prophetic. It felt so real. And he showed me where I would have been had I stayed on the path that I was on before. And this was before I even started my YouTube channel. And let's just say that had I been on that same path, it would not have been good. To be honest, I probably wouldn't be here. Do you see what I'm saying? But I will say, when he showed me myself on my old path and what would have happened had I continued, he didn't go too far in depth about it, but he did show me a portion. And like I said, it wasn't good. Okay? That was one time. Another time he showed me where I would have been had I not listened to him. It was when I transitioned from New Age and I decided to change my path and wholeheartedly follow him, right? And he showed me a vision of me still doing the New Age. And had I not listened to him or obeyed at the time, and he showed me my facial expression, and he showed me that I wasn't happy, right? And today I was driving to bring my daughter to her friend's birthday party, and the GPS brought us to a whole nother location, which made us late. And I was so frustrated that the GPS did that. And I was getting so mad. To be honest, I even yelled out how much I really disliked the devil. Because I was like, devil, you really, really made me mad today. I hate you. I really said that. I said that. And God really, even though, we dislike the devil, God really had to show me something and show me how that obstacle could have turned out in my favor without me even realizing it. Because had I been on the path heading to that party, the time frame that I wanted to be, who knows what could have happened in between that time frame. The GPS, giving me the wrong direction may have literally saved my life without me even realizing it. Do you see what I'm saying? He hasn't confirmed that yet. But the fact that he brought up the discussion we had last night in that moment when I was getting upset confirmed to me that something could have happened, or confirmed to me that definitely there's a connection. There's a tie. There's a connecting point to the message. So I say this to let you guys know, okay? Whatever you're going through right now, I know it may feel like the worst thing ever, right? But I want to say something. Just like God showed me where I would have been had I not listened to him those 2 times. You get what I'm saying? And he hasn't shown me everything. But just like God has shown me that, he may not have shown you where you would have been. But the fact that I was able to see that I was not in a good place, I was not safe, I was not doing good in those 2 visions, confirmed to me that I'm where exactly God needs me to be. And I say this to you guys to let you know that no matter what you're going through in your life or not, I just felt the Holy Spirit so strongly. It was like he came and touched my head. Thank you, Holy Spirit. No matter where you are in your life right now, what you're battling right now, and it may feel like the worst thing ever, but remember something. God may not have shown you what could have been. So you may think that this is the worst that you're going through, that this may be your worst reality, what you're going through. You get what I'm saying? And God may not have even shown you what would have happened. And trust me, it could have been bad. So I say this to say, whatever is going on in your life right now, don't look at it as your biggest obstacle. Why am I saying that? Is because if you're still alive today, God has still kept you. You're walking on the path of the Lord. You're trying your best to be obedient. You get what I'm saying? This is not your biggest obstacle. I honestly feel like your biggest obstacle, God prevented it from happening. You see? And the thing is, it's so easy for us to complain about the current obstacle when we're not aware of what could have been a bigger obstacle. You see what I'm saying? It's so easy for us to complain. But had God showed you what could have been, it would probably humble you. It would probably make you sit back and be like, you know what, God? You're right. Because where I was before was not as good as where I am today. Or where I was before, I probably would have been gone had I not listened to you, or had I not made that shift. You know what I mean? So sometimes an obstacle that happens today prevented a bigger obstacle, but you may think this is the biggest obstacle when it really isn't. You see what I'm saying? So I say this to say to you guys, never really see a situation that you're in as your end all be all, and never see it as a dead end point. Never see it as something that's just meant to break you. And God is not going to have a resolution for it, because God says the plans that I have for you are for you to prosper and not to harm you, which means that whatever you're doing right now, wherever you are right now, you actually may be where you're exactly supposed to be without even realizing it. Because had you did things your way, it probably wouldn't have been good. You see what I'm saying? And when God says the plans that I have for you is for you to prosper, not to harm you, this may be the very plan that he has for you. Wherever you are right now, what's on your path right now, this may be the very plan that he has for you. Because why? It has kept you alive thus far. You're still here. So he is still in a way protecting you. You're still in a way prospering. You are still in a way not being harmed. Whereas if the other plans may have actually took you out. So just because he hasn't shown you does not mean that you're in the worst circumstances right now, because you may not be. The circumstances that he's not showing you, trust me, it's probably worse than what you really think. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.